All right, I want to take a few minutes. I want to go over some information specifically for you about welding. Okay, now everything that I'm going to show you, every website, I'm going to send you the link. You're going to have it. So this way you can go back and look at it on your own. Okay, so when it comes to welding, there's a couple things I'm going to cover. So one is going to be like some of the different kinds of careers. Okay, for one. And since we're talking about the careers, I'm also going to talk a few minutes about, what kind of training, is available. And because there's many types of welding, you might be more familiar with it than I am. It's not an area that I'm an expert in, but I will share with you what I can find or what I have found. Okay. And hopefully it'll be something that helps you. All right. So, one moment here. So the first thing that I'm showing you right now, okay, this is a map of schools in Ohio, specifically Ohio. Okay, now you can see in this box here, there's empty boxes. I have something checkmarked. This is for Ohio Technical Centers, right? These are career tech schools. Okay, so whatever one is listed in Ohio, I'm using the ones that I would find closest to you. Okay, of course, there's other ones you can look at. If I clear that box, then you're going to see all schools. So there's community colleges here. All right, there is regular universities here. Some are the main campuses. Some would be like extension campuses or a regional campus for a school. Okay, and then some of these are going to be like a private school. That would be like independent colleges and universities. Okay, so now starting with this, here is what I am looking at. So your choices really are a couple. So if you're looking at doing something while you're in high school, okay, then in your area, Ford County Career Center has a welding program. Now, what I am sharing with you is that this is a program that you would do for your junior and senior year. Okay, so you can see that right here. They list what they're focusing on. Okay, because this is a career center in your county or that covers your area, then when it comes to questions about it, or if you're wanting to continue to do online school and go to the career center, or if that means you would have to change schools, I can't answer those kinds of questions. That's something that you would have to contact them and ask. Okay, because I don't know what they will let you do. All right, but what you can see on their information is the different kinds of welding that they're going to focus on. Okay, so arc welding, MIG welding, they tell you the kind of material it's for. Okay, operating the equipment, gas cutting, grinders and hand tools, things like that. Okay, and then in your senior year, plasma arc cutting, gas cutting, TIG welding, reading blueprints, structural maps and stuff, right? So that way you can see, where it's being piped, how it's being ran, right? Where it's at in the building, things like that. Also improving your welding skills, and I would imagine there probably would be some experience they want you to learn. I don't know if it would just be in a classroom setting, or if you're going to work with somebody that's and actually besides the instructor, right? If you're going to work with somebody else outside of the classroom, those things I don't know. All right, now here is something else for you to consider. If you want to further your education when you're done with their program, right? You can look at apprenticeships. You can look at getting a degree, like a 2-year degree, something like welding technology. If you wanted to go further, that's totally up to you. I don't know what your plans are. Okay. Now, you have an email in the name of the instructor for this one. Of course, you're probably going to end up having to contact the school through their main number anyways, but we can do that later. This is just for you to look at and see if it's something you'd be interested in. Now, these are the kinds of different jobs, titles, things that a person would end up doing. Okay, so that's what you can look up on your own, and I can share with you a website, or you can just do a general search, using Google, whatever you like to use when you're doing searches for things. So this would be some of those jobs that are out there that's available. Okay, and then they have like an average yearly salary. I don't know if that's just based in Ohio, if that's like for the national average, but it gives you some kind of idea, what you would make, for an average year. Okay. So the next thing that I want to do, since this is a high school program, right, that you would complete while you're still doing high school, then the next one would be something that is an adult education program. So after high school. Now, whether you do the high school program first and then you did something like this, or you waited till you were an adult, the big difference between these two choices is that in high school, okay, you're going to it's going to cost you less, okay? You might have to pay for some of the things like lab fees. There might be like a fee for your clothing or something, protective clothing, your welding mask, things like that, your helmet. There might be small fees like that. But in an adult education program, you're going to pay for everything, okay? So please remember that difference when I show you this. Now, the community college that covers your area that does have a welding program, and again, any questions that you have, I would say contact Northwest State Community College directly, okay? But I can do my best to, help you as much as I can. So, basically, this is just like a short description about their program, right? You can view their pamphlet, you can view their course descriptions. So if I do that, I'm just going to open it in a new tab, okay? So this first one is a PDF document. All right, and so this is the name of their class and the description of what that class covers. So you have, blueprint and welding symbols, okay, and what they're going to focus on. You have applied welding techniques, which they list out specifically what those techniques are. Then there's gas metal arc welding. Then there's flat and horizontal shield metal arc. All right, and then there's tungsten arc welding, advanced gas metal arc welding. Okay, with each description. Okay, so that gives you some idea, right, as to what each class is going to be about. Okay, so that's one thing that you can look at. Now, if I go back and we view their pamphlet, okay, again, this is another PDF document, okay, but, it's not too big, it's only a couple pages. So, they have laid out their courses, right? So it tells you like when you would be taking it. First semester, what the name of the class that we were just looking at, right? Second semester, the name of that class. And then here on this column where you see the numbers, that's how many credits it's worth, okay? So the total would be, 4 semesters, basically almost a 2-year period of time, okay, is what you're looking at when you do something like this, okay? So I would imagine these would be like fall semesters and spring semesters, okay? So if they do it differently, that would be great, but that's something you would have to ask them about. So in this program, something to highlight here would be that you have to maintain a C or better in all of your courses in order to stay in the program, and earn your certificates in the different types of welding that they're going to be teaching you. Okay? So, one of the things to pay attention is that it's accredited, right? So they list who they are accredited through. Okay? And then if you want to contact them, they have their admissions office number here, an email address. Okay, you've got another phone number here, somebody that's part of their welding faculty. Okay, you even got a cell phone number and an email address. Okay, so that's another program. Again, that's adult education, and that's something that you can check out as you have time. All right, so one moment here. Okay, so for this next part that we're covering, this is to look at job and career information. Okay, and this website here is called ONET. All right, so for this example, you're going to come down here and type in the search box. Okay, I'm going to start typing in welding or weld, and you can see what pops up. There's a couple different choices. All right, I'm just going to pick the first one. And just know that every job you look at is going to set up the same way. They're going to show you the same kind of information. Okay, so on this website, this is how it's going to look. So we're going to focus just here on the summary. And so there's going to be a bunch of different sections. So you've got the tasks, you've got the technology skills, you've got work activities, okay, you've got detailed work activities, and it continues on down to the bottom of the page with each section split up. And you're going to notice that most every section is going to have this box here where it says, 5 of 30 displayed or 5 of whatever number displayed. Okay. So you expand it, you look at all of them, you read the material, you click on it, minimize it, and you can continue on. Whatever way is going to work best for you as you look at all this information. Okay. So what's important as you look through this is just to make sure that you are aware as much as you possibly can be, okay, as to what the job's going to be like, what kind of education or training you need, okay, what kind of skills do you need, and this isn't just welding skills. You're going to be working with people, the equipment, right? Reading blueprints, and you can decide whether or not you think a job like this would be a good fit for you. That's the whole point of this. Okay? So as you look at this, I want to highlight just a couple things to you. So this work context, you can see that these numbers have a percentage. All that really means is they did a survey of some kind, and for example, they in this situation, so the first one says, this list here, you wear common protective or safety equipment such as shoes, glasses, gloves, hearing protection, hard hats, or life jackets. 86% of the people said every day they wear those. Okay? So that's why it's a percentage, because it's a survey. And so the percentage is, this is what we do every day, this is what we use every day, all right? Those kinds of things. So you should expect that you're going to spend a lot of time doing some of these things that are higher numbers. You're going to have pressure, right? You're going to have deadlines to meet, right? That's time pressure. You're going to have deadlines to meet. Working with your hands, tools, objects. You're going to spend a lot of time doing that. Okay? Talking with other people on the job, your supervisor, co-workers, people that are doing other jobs like electricians or pipe fitters, all right, or bricklayers. Okay? You're going to talk to people of other trades and going to have to get along with them and work around each other. Okay? Sometimes. It may not be that way every time, but it's going to be that way sometimes. Okay? So you're just making sure that you know how people say they spend their time doing this job. Now, coming down here, job zone is a little bit about the kind of preparation or training that you might need. Okay, you can look at training or credentials in a specific state. I'm not going to get into that right now. There are apprenticeships that you can check out if you wanted to look at apprenticeship.gov. That's something you can do later on. I'm not going to do that at this point. And then the other one that's also a survey is the education. So, for example, 54% said they had a high school diploma or the equivalent. 21% said they had less than a high school diploma, which might mean they got their GED. Okay, I'm going to guess that's probably what that means. And then 12% said they have some kind of certificate post-secondary, which means they earned it after they finished high school. Okay, so that may or may not include people that did high school programs. Okay, I don't know how that fits into this, but basically, don't forget about that. So going down here a little bit more, I just want to show you one other thing. So when you're looking at wage information, just like I showed you on the other site earlier, you can select a specific state, okay, if you wanted to, because this average hourly pay and annual pay, which is for the year, right? That's what annual is. So you can select a state, whatever state you want to look at if you think you're going to move. But if you're thinking of Ohio, you just select Ohio. I'm not going to select a zip code or anything like that because I don't want to get that deep into it. Okay? But then you're going to see for the state of Ohio, this is the orange one, compared to the country, United States overall. So at one end, at the right, you have the highest 10%. At the left, you have the lowest 10%, right? And then you have in the middle, you kind of have like what's right there in the middle, which is the average, okay? In between the highest and the lowest. So this is what it is in Ohio, and you can see that information, and then you can see what it is overall in the United States. Now, I'm going to go back. You have other links you can look at. You can look at other occupations for one. And if you want to check out more information about stuff to do with welding, you can look at the American Welding Society or some of these other associations and see what you can learn about them or see if you're interested in what they have to say or share. That's something that you can do on your own. I'm not going to get into those today. Okay? So, that's it for what I wanted to share with you. So the kinds of programs that's close to you, all right, some of the different types of welding that you're going to learn about. And I would keep in mind that whatever kind of welding you want to do, yes, you're going to have to earn a certificate. You're going to have to complete some kind of education or training program. Okay, you're not going to be able to get around that. And whether you want to do that while you're in high school, if you want to do it after high school, if you want to do some of both, just knowing what those differences are and what the cost is to you and how long do you want to do it? How far do you want to go? Okay, those are some decisions you got to make. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I appreciate it.